I've been coming to Vision now for just over 12 months, as of a couple of weeks ago. I first came in the door and was expecting to come for 3 months, and I've enjoyed it so much that I've been here for 12. I started out with a goal to lose weight. I had got to a point where I was going to another gym, wasn't getting the results that I was after, and I'd plateaued at sort of wanting to lose 5 or 6 kilos, wasn't getting any results, and so I came to Vision to hopefully achieve those results I hadn't been able to get elsewhere. The biggest part of the success that I've had at Vision and the results that I've achieved is due to the eating plan. Obviously the exercise and the weights was different than what I used to do, but the main thing has been the big focus on the nutrition. Yeah, I had some amazing results really quickly when I came in. I actually started here on a day that my husband went to the US on a work trip for 10 days, and he came back after 10 days and just went, wow, that's working. So it was pretty amazing, and I had already dropped about a size and a half in jeans. He'd actually bought me a pair of jeans over there, which I was thinking were going to be too tight, and they ended up that they were getting a bit loose already. So it was pretty amazing, it was fast. I had very quick results, and then by the 9 weeks I achieved my goal. So when I first came to Vision, the main thing that I was focusing on was I had weight on my thigh area and bum, as most women do, want to lose it from there, and I just had not been able to budge it, as I said, and that was the main thing I came in here for, and I achieved that goal and reduced the weight there, but wasn't expecting the overall result of changing my whole body, which is what's happened. After the initial 9 weeks, and I'd reached the goal of losing the weight, which was about 5.5 kilos, but it was quite a high percentage of body fat, which is what I'd lost. I then sort of set out and said, well, what am I going to do next? Because I obviously felt good about achieving that goal. So I then just sort of kept going to maintain my fitness and improve my fitness from there. And I'd seen such great results in my body shape that then I went to the next step and said, now I want to look even better and get more muscle tone. I did not realise that I had an ability to run before I joined Vision. So I used to just run on the treadmill or sort of go out for a bit of a run casually, but after I'd achieved my goal and I'd got really fit, Vision here encouraged me to enter into the half marathon back in May, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a go, and I sort of was enjoying the running. So a couple of weeks before the half marathon, I went out for my first 20k run, which I'd never done in my life, and was absolutely amazed at how I felt. I ran, just took off one day and ran and came back and was waiting to be sore. I was waiting for this, I was going to be absolutely exhausted, and it never came. And that's when I realised that my fitness was at a level where I could take on the half marathon. So I entered in on the day. I turned up and went with all the trainers and the other clients that were going, and sort of didn't really have a big expectation, didn't have any experience. It was my first run in my whole life that I'd ever been in. And so I just sort of turned up and went to the start and ran. A couple of the guys asked me what time I wanted to do the run in, and I'd sort of had this idea of doing it in 90 minutes, which I'd sort of been told was quite fast. So at the end of the race, I was actually pretty disappointed because I did it in 91 minutes. So I crossed the finish line, and the minute I crossed the finish line, I was then planning the next goal of getting a better time in the next half marathon, because I was actually disappointed that I had not reached my goal, even though it obviously was very good. So after that, and I realised that I could run quite well and that I didn't find it difficult and I absolutely enjoyed it, I went on a mission to train over the next few months to get faster and fitter. I'm still sort of blown away by what I've achieved this year. So, but just to give you a quick summary, I started running in May of this year, and we're now only in December, and in that time I've basically gone from entering into maybe 10 different races, and the last one I just did, I had qualified to run up the front with the top 10 professional women in Australia, and I came 11th, so I thought that was a pretty good achievement. So again though, I did that, and now it's inspired me to have a further goal for next year to go in that race and do even better again, and hopefully get a place in a major race. I could never have achieved, or I wouldn't have known that I had the ability to run and get such great results without coming to Vision, because they pushed me to a point where I wouldn't have pushed myself. And obviously by being pushed, I realised that I could keep improving and doing better. Going to run clubs on Saturday mornings and obviously being yelled at to run up a hill and back and up and back and to go faster the next time, and that is what got me to, you know, obviously realise, and got me to the fitness that's got me through those races. So the encouragement of the trainers has been obviously incredible in that journey. It's not easy to get those results, I'll say that, to be honest. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and I continually need to put in a lot of effort to get those results, but when I'm doing it and the feeling that I get after I've achieved them, and I would say it's a type of euphoria, and you feel amazing after the event. Obviously at the time it's hurting, but that's what inspires me to just keep going back for more and going through the pain again, because it's an amazing feeling when you do get those results, and at the end you can look back and say, I did better than the time before and the time before that. I think the big difference with coming to Vision and having a personal trainer compared to just going to a gym and, you know, not having that encouragement is one of the reasons that I got such good results. Being able to call on them when you needed to, and getting one-on-one advice that was more specific to just me was important. I, you know, also outside of the hour of having my training sessions, you know, obviously I would call on advice and you know, get other things after a race and so on, so that was very important. And I really found that that made a big difference. I do get a lot of people asking, wow, you look amazing, what have you done, how have you done it, and coming to me and asking for advice, or, you know, what is it I've done. And so I found through that I end up telling my story or talking about Vision specifically, and recommending a lot of clients to come here to get those same results. Some of the friends I've recommended to come on have also had amazing results, and that's been rewarding to know that I've been able to help other people achieve those results as well. On an ongoing basis though, because I did keep getting people coming and asking, and then they could see that I was very passionate about what I was doing, and the fact that I like to obviously share the information around, I've decided that from here that I need to make a career change, and I want to go out and basically help other people achieve the goals that I've achieved, and basically just to feel as good as what I do. One of the things that I've found, and with the education of Vision, is also what's inspired me to be able to go on and pass on that information to other people, because I have found that that is one of the key things to people achieving their goals, is understanding what it is they need to do, understanding food better. And that's something that I think Vision does amazing through their shopping tours and their seminars, is that they educate you about the food so you understand what you should and shouldn't eat. One of the biggest tips I would give people is to stick with it, keep getting back on track if you get off track. It is hard work, but it's worth it in the end, and you get out of it what you put in.